So what I'm going to try today is to see if I can use this dichoric plastic sheets that is readily, look how beautiful that is. And it could give so many different colours. And see if I can get it to reflect light in some resin earrings. I want to know, I'm going to cut it into shards, but I want to know if the shards just disappear, whether they'll need backing, or what needs to be done to make them look beautiful. I love this prism effect that you get where it just brings out all the light in this. It's beautiful. So stick with me and let's see how we get on. So for the earrings, I've got a mold here that is the same, so I can make 2 at a time. For the earrings, what I'm going to do is cut up some random shaped pieces of all the different colours like this. And then the same for the other colours that I've got as well. Well, I've got all my pieces cut up now and I'm ready to try it out for the earrings. The earrings I'm going to be using a UV resin because I think it'll work and it's quicker. I'm using the high gloss UV resin for these. So I want to do this in layers. So what I'm going to do is put some layers in first. Thin layer of UV resin. Probably just less than halfway up the mould at this stage. I will link these moulds in the description below so you can get hold of them, so don't worry about that. Quickly go over that with a long neck lighter just in case I put any bubbles in it. And if there's any bubbles stuck to the bottom, just by giving it a bit of a drop like that, they should come up to the top. A couple of bubbles that were just a bit more determined to stay on the bottom. I'm just poking them up. There's a little something to put in there that I obviously don't want in there. Another quick burst of the lighter. And now I'm going to pop in some of these shards, hopefully without trapping too much air underneath them. I've got the first layer done. All I'm going to do now is cure them up from the top and from the bottom. I'm going to cure them up for 3 minutes. That should be enough for this first layer. So that layer's nice and dry. And what I'm going to do now is put another layer on the top of the UV resin. Get rid of any bubbles again. And then pop some more of these in, going in different ways. So different angles and things for them. So I've put that next layer on and now I'm going to quickly cure those up for 3 minutes for those. Well, they're looking really pretty already. I actually really like those so far. What I'm going to do now is put a very thin layer of resin over the top of that last one. That's to ensure that I've encapsulated all those pieces of dichoric plastic. When I used to make my own beads with lamp work, I used to use dichoric glass. It was lovely. Big thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month. The coffees are really appreciated and I love the little messages people put in the PayPal message section. It really warms my heart. Your support goes such a long way to allow me to keep both my channels going. If you'd like to get me a coffee, just say thank you for any of my videos, then the link for that is in the description below. And they are appreciated and you get on my coffee board. Also, massive thank you to all my members as well, whose names are coming up now. We have a great membership group. It's very supportive. There's a lot of members-only videos on there. And there's some new ones going up very soon. I have to dot them because I can never remember if I've done them all or not. I'm going to quickly burn any bubbles off that may have come up on that thin layer and then give that another cure. Well, they're all cured now. We can take a look at them. I think they might need some sort of backing on them, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm going to quickly take those out, put them into pairs. Well, so far, I think they look really pretty and they catch the light lovely, but I'm not sure if they'll look better with a backing on. Now, I'm going to be using 3 different colours to see what happens, and these are the glitter UV resins. The great thing about these is they've already got the glitter in, they cure up lovely, and also they're very thick, so they'll stay where you put them. I very rarely mix up my own colours to add to UV resin anymore because often you can get patches that don't cure, where with the pre-mixed ones, you don't have to worry about that. So this last one I'm doing with the silver glitter. Quickly burn those bubbles off if there's any in there. And now cure those up for about 3 minutes. If you're new to resin and you'd like a booklet on how to use resin and all the information you need to be safe and to get great results, then I've put one together and it's completely free for you. You haven't got to pay anything for it. All you need to do is go on my website where the link is below, and you then can get access to this. It's in the members area, so just join as a member. Again, it's free for that, and you can get all this information. I took quite a long time to put this together so that you don't have to, and you can have it there. You can either have an electronic copy or get a copy electronically and print it off and have it beside your work. It's got a full contents list. There's images as well in here. There's health and safety, how to cast, how to use UV resin properly and safely, how to use epoxy resin, mixing, colouring, really everything that you need as a beginner to ensure that you can get good results right from the beginning. So don't forget, just go to my website, the link's in the description below, and from there, just click in there, and then you too can get hold of your own copy of this completely free. There's also other useful information on my website. There's other blogs and discussions as well about using resin and crafting. So be sure to check it out. Costs you nothing. So now they've all been backed, what I'm going to do is dome them up as well. I'm using the high viscosity UV resin for this because I think doming them will give that extra bit of oomph to them. I'm not going to do a really high dome. I just want a bit of a dome, because it will magnify what's in there and really give it a nice finish. So as I'm doing a pair of earrings, I can actually show you what the difference looks like of when it's domed and when it's not domed. And that's what I'll do. So those three are domed. I'll cure them up and then I'll show you what the difference is. So there we go. They've been domed and I love those. So the three on top are the domed ones, and the three on the bottom are the ones that I didn't dome. And you really can see the difference. The doming makes an awful big difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off doming them all, and then I'm going to make them into earrings and show you what they all look like finished. And then I'd value your opinion on whether you think they look better with a backing or without. Well, they're all finished now. I'm really pleased with them. I think they've come out absolutely beautiful, much better than I thought they would. I still can't make my decision whether I like the ones without the backing, like this. They look, I mean, no one's going to look at your earrings that close, are they? So it is almost from a distance that they see them. So like that, or with the backing on. I think they look, I just can't make up my mind. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I really would value your opinion. I like the coloured backing on all of them. I did get a big bubble trapped underneath there, but it looks like a pearl. I quite like it. I wish I'd got one on both sides. That dichoric is beautiful. Look at all the different colours. I mean, I can't name the colours, but I know that there are a lot going on in there. I think these would be very, very popular, and they're really easy to make. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that video as much as I've enjoyed trying it out, seeing whether you can fracture light in resin, and you definitely can. It does fracture it really well. I wondered what that was over the front. It wasn't. It was this coming out the back. Beautiful. Be sure to check out the video I've got coming up next if you want to find out more about making jewellery and being able to sell it. Boog that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.